Hey, happy Easter Sunday. Greetings to you from the Edwards family to yours wherever you are. You know, Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday is one of the best days of the year, especially for those of us in the faith. Did you go to church? I just finished church. Now, you know what? After this, what next? Cooking time. So we'll go to the kitchen and show you what is next. So part of what I'm sharing with my friends and family, the winning team here on the Flourishing Plate, is this lovely platter of goodies. Look at that. A whole plate of breakfast goodies that is all ketogenic friendly, plus my special low carb rolled oats and zucchini porridge. You know, breakfast can be sumptuous without the guilt of piling on the pounds. So before we dig in, let's do the first things first. Subscribe to this channel, please, if today is the first time of watching me. On this channel, we learn together and we are very mindful about what we put inside our tummies. Basically, we want our food to be our medicine, so we're doing this with a touch of Ghana style. This channel is dedicated to my fellow brothers and sisters in Ghana and actually Africa overall, who are mindful of their sugar and carbohydrate intake. So we're doing something called ketogenic, and when we can't do keto, we do low carb. So let's go. Subscribe and share. So to start with, let's go through the ingredients for the big Ghana style keto breakfast. So for the protein packed baked eggs, you need some chopped onions. I had a mixture of red and white onions, grated cheese, chopped mushrooms, some mixed sweet peppers, red, green and yellow for my country Ghana, and a touch of green beans, some carrots chopped as well, some bacon, and olive oil spray and butter ghee for baking. Of course, eggs are the major ingredients, so I've got them, plus spices to taste. Actually, for the porridge, you need half a portion of porridge oats, rolled porridge oats, a carton of oat milk or any milk of your choice, and then some courgettes, what some people call zucchini. Now, for those of you in Ghana, if you don't have zucchini, you can replace zucchini with marrows. Marrows now it is a cucumber, and as a Ghana you can say cucumber, no, but you can cook it and it takes the taste of whatever you put on. All right, so the first step is to pan fry my bacons pieces in my griddle. And so I do that by adding a little bit of butter ghee to it, just for the flavor really, not necessarily because it needed oil, as you know bacon to be, but I just love it. One of the things we get away with on the keto diet is that, you know, you're not guilty of how much fat you have because it can all be burnt. So today my special assistant princessa is here in the kitchen, so she's cutting. It's all done now, and she's cutting the bacon piece into pieces, tiny pieces for me, because it's all going to go into the mixture. She was not in the mood, but it's part of the training I have to give her as a mom. So that's all done, and then we put it on the side. So then the next step is to break your eggs, put them into a mixing bowl. You need to get a bowl that has enough space because you're going to whisk it to incorporate some air into it. So that is done. And again, the amount of eggs you want to take depends on how much you want to make eventually. So that is done, and beating, slightly beating to incorporate some eggs, and then you put it on the side. And after beating it, you then get your ingredients, put them all together into a mixing bowl, all the ingredients together into a mixing bowl. And then at this stage, you can decide to not add any salt, because obviously the bacon, and that's what I did. But then at some point I realized the salt was not enough, so I added a little bit. And then of course, as a Ghanaian, I can't do without a bit of heat in there. So yeah, I added some chili, turmeric, and a tiny bit of Maggi to it. So then it goes into my baking tray, which had previously been greased with my olive oil spray, and then on top of it I put the grated cheese. So in it gets into the oven, and then to keep the heat locked in, I covered it with a foil for the first few minutes. This process helps the heat to stay inside the tray and distribute evenly, so that, because obviously it's a thick layer, so that it can cook within a short possible time. So that was done for about 10 minutes before I removed the foil for the top to allow the top to brown, if that makes sense. So whilst that is in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and grate my zucchini, as you can see. So I grated all the zucchini. I'm not using all though, but that's what I do anytime I get the zucchini or the courgette. I grate them all together, and I'm going to freeze the remainder after I have used what I want to use for the porridge today, so that it makes life easier next time I want to use it. It's very handy. So the 3 zucchinis gave me this much. That's a lot, isn't it? And I divided it into, I had 3 little bags of, the portions I would use for any such thing, whether for another version of this or to cook something else, really. So the 3 bags are going in the freezer, and then similar amount inside the plate is what I'm going to use for the porridge. So we're going to go ahead and start making the porridge. So in a pot, I added my oat milk. Pardon me for the way someone opened it wrongly and popped it in the fridge without owning up, that kind of thing where nobody owns up for the wrong they've done. But yay, the milk is still in there. So I used oat milk. You can use any milk of your choice. So in the milk I put my oats, the rolled oats, and at this stage I add I would say a generous amount of cinnamon. Cinnamon is very good for blood sugar lowering, as well as the flavor. Ooh, I love it. So that goes in. Leave it in the pot to boil. Bring it to a boil before I add anything. So it's been on for about 5 minutes, and now it's come to the boil. This is just the oat porridge, and once it started to boil, I would add the courgette at this stage, because I didn't want to overcook it. That's the thing, you don't want to overcook your vegetables or your fruits if you're using them in your cooking. So because otherwise it loses lots and lots of the vitamins and the goodies in there, basically. So yeah, now at this stage I realized I needed a bit more milk, and it's okay to add it at any time. Add more milk or more water, whichever you prefer. Okay, so here we are. Today's big breakfast, a beye butu butu, Charlie. This kind of breakfast, when I have it, it's almost like for the whole day I'm fine. Okay, 1 meal a day. If you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so the porridge is doing a great job on there, and in the oven as well, the egg bake is also finishing off. So very soon I'm going to put it out of the oven, and we will be ready to serve our big breakfast. And ta-da! Here we have it. Look at that. It looks so attractive, so colorful, so appetizing, full of goodies. The big breakfast is so loaded with proteins, and there's no guilt about, unhealthy choices, basically, because everything in there is keto friendly. So on the plate, I've already toasted one of my homemade keto bread. If you haven't tried my keto bread, please try it, and never buy bread outside. Trust me, that's the first thing I had to conquer on the keto journey. So yes, I've got my toasted bread on the side, and I left a few slices of the bacon. So breakfast is almost ready, and so I'm going to serve my porridge, and then, as a Ghanaian, you cannot have your porridge without evaporated milk. So here we are, and then a touch of sweetener. Here we are, all done. What do you want to say to your sister? I think I've done really well, haven't I? And tell you what, Pastor ate and ate and ate, and he was asking for more of the protein-packed egg baked. So that's all from me today. I wish you all the best as you try your hands on any of these recipes. Please give me feedback on how yours went. From your flourishing sister, remember your food must be your medicine. And whilst you're still here, please don't forget to press the subscribe button, and let's build something beautiful together. Me pamocho, mon subscribe, se mon press ya, and we'll see you to your right hand side. God bless.